Attention seniors and social security recipients, we have received a good news when it comes to your social security, SSI and SSDI benefits, and we're gonna talk about it. But at the same time, this is what's going on.
Well, it's somewhat voluntary, but it's also if you don't answer, I guess you get fired. What it really is do people exist? We have this massive government with millions of people, and nobody knows who's working for the government, who's not. So what they're doing is they're sending out a letter to everybody, and they're saying, what were the things you did last week?
I'm going to show you this entire video clip where President Trump confirmed sending letters to a number of people, but at the same time, a good news for millions of recipients as Social Security to increase monthly benefits for millions of recipients. And this is not it. Social Security Administration finally speeds up Social Security Fairness Act and its timeline with lump sums benefits increase for millions of people. Well, I'm gonna break down each and everything, but all I need is just a little favor. It's gonna take only 2 seconds of yours to please hit that like button on this video. So without any further ado, let's start. So let's start the video with this very important and crucial update that is connected to increase in benefits for Social Security, SSI and SSDI. Then I'll show you this entire video clip from the Oval Office where President Trump talked to the media and he shocked everyone. And then I'll tell you about the lump sum payment that millions of recipients are about to receive. Well, Social Security increased monthly benefits for millions of Americans. Over 3.2 million Americans to receive Social Security benefits increase includes pension teachers, firefighters, police, and other public service jobs, and SSA asked beneficiaries to wait until April to inquire about the benefits. This is a great news for 3.2 million Americans, and at the same time, a lump sum check of over $4,000 is coming to millions and millions of recipients, and I'm gonna talk about it. But first, let's watch this entire video clip from the Oval Office where President Trump confirmed that he's sending letters to a number of people that shocked everyone.
Can you clarify, hopefully once and for all, what your expectations are with this email to federal employees? What are you going to use that information for? And do you see it as voluntary, like OPM has said, or mandatory?
Yeah, well, it's somewhat voluntary, but it's also if you don't answer, I guess you get fired. What it really is do people exist? We have this massive government with millions of people, and nobody knows who's working for the government, who's not. So what they're doing is they're sending out a letter to everybody, and they're saying, what were the things you did last week?
He confirmed it.
I guess they asked for 5. And if people are working, it's easy. I could tell you 5 things I did last week. I could tell you 5 things I did 6 weeks ago, right? If they're there and they're working, they're able to say they did 5 things during work. And that means they're working and they're with us and they have no further obligation. If they're not, it could be there's no such person. It could be that the person's no longer working. They're no longer living at that address. They may be moved. Maybe they moved to a different country, or maybe the person doesn't exist. And we then take that person off the payroll, and we save a lot of money by doing that. But that's one of the only ways. I think it's a very smart thing. And it says, if you don't answer, essentially, there's a penalty to pay. Like, that's the end of the job.
Well, Musk has said that. The order itself doesn't say that. I think that's part of the confusion. Is he speaking for you when he says you'll be terminated?
Yeah, everybody speaks for me. I'm the one. I'll take responsibility. You know the old statement, the buck stops here, right? Famous statement. Well, I can say the same thing. The buck stops here. No, we have to find out if people are getting paid and they're not working, and they have a problem. Let's say they have another job, and then they write in false statements. It's a big problem if they write in false statements. They may be working for somebody else but getting paid by the U.S. government, and that would mean that they're not allowed to be doing that. They're not allowed to be working for us and be working for somebody else. We're paying them a lot of money. We're paying them. So we'll see. That solves that problem. Most people aren't willing to say that, we're doing this, and this, and this for the U.S. government, and yet they're at another job, because that's a big problem for them if they do that.
So let me know in the comments below, what do you think about what President Donald J. Trump had to say about sending letters to a number of people who are not confirmed that they're working or not in the federal government. And at the same time, there is a great news that a number of Social Security, SSI and SSDI recipients could be getting an increase in their benefits. But before I move towards that detail, I would like to tell you something very important, that finally a number of lawmakers and senators are pushing for more benefits. Yes, you heard it absolutely right. Around 5 million social security recipients are receiving below poverty level checks. So senators are saying enough is enough. It's time to give an increase to millions of these recipients, and that's why they're pushing for one very important legislation that is from Bernie Sanders, calling for an extra $2,400 increase every single year. That translates to $200 increase every single month. And I would like to ask you that, do you support this $200 monthly increase in your Social Security, SSI and SSDI benefits, and would it make any difference in your life or not? Let me know in the comments below. And if you support it, then write in the comment section, I support $200 monthly increase. Again, if you support it, then write in the comment section, I support $200 monthly increase. Remember that if you don't do anything, nothing will happen. So let's move on toward this very important update that a number of recipients are going to receive a lump sum check. Well, Social Security Administration speeds up Social Security Fairness Act and timeline with lump sums benefits increases for millions of people, and the details are very important. This is related to 3.2 million Social Security recipients who work in the public sector. Well, ex-President Joe Biden signed on this very important bill, which turned it into a law. So what it means that around 3.2 million Social Security recipients who worked in the public sector are going to receive an average increase in their benefits of more than $300. You heard it absolutely right. But what about this lump sum payment? Well, these recipients are also going to receive a backdated one-time payment check of over $4,000. Just imagine them receiving a monthly increase of over $300 every single month, and a backdated payment of over $4,000 is going to change a lot of things for them. But that's where the controversy starts, because a number of Social Security, SSI, SSDI, even VA and railroad retirement beneficiaries are complaining and raising their voice that if you can do it for 3.2 million people, why can't you do it for all Social Security recipients? And they're supporting this Bernie Sanders proposal known as Social Security Expansion Act. And the great news is that Bernie Sanders saying that he's going to reintroduce this bill, which can change a number of things, because recently Elon Musk said that whatever fraud and scam he caught into the Social Security system, it's time to give that money back to American people. I will see you in the next video. Until then, please take care and have a nice day.